All right, guys. In this video, we're going to talk about how and why you know nothing and will know nothing. It's always important to have a critical mind. Let's get into it. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. We on the grind and improve your mind in every single video. So in this video, we're going to start off by reacting to Patrick Bet David. So let's play the clip to show you guys what we're talking about in this video.
Yeah, so we found that on Twitter. Let's go to it right here, and here it is.
Shout out to Patrick Bet David. He's a G. He's a G.
Yes,
It's a good man. Very smart man, actually.
yeah. So let's take a listen on what he's saying.
Here's what I do know. Any one of us who think we're right 100% of the time, you're a fool.
Of course.
Any one of us who think we know it all the time about all things, you're a fool. Okay? There's nothing attractive about that human being. Okay? And by the way, we all are tempted to feel that way. And the cause of that is when people around you tell you how amazing you are is because you don't sit with opposition. Okay? The problem when you don't sit with opposition and you only sit with people that think you're so amazing, you're like, hey, what? You know how much hate I got for having Reza Aslan on?
Really? I can imagine. Oh my god.
Do you know how many people tweeted at me, had a call last night saying, why would you have Reza Aslan? I'm like, dude, it's one of my favorite podcasts.
Yeah.
Why would you have, Kyle Kolinsky on? I freaking had a blast with the guy. Because you're finding, here's what I do.
Yeah, so the message is, first of all, it's basically, people like to, it's also arrogance, but people like to assume that they know everything and they are scared of debate. They're scared of backlash and they're scared of going against an opponent that has any critical different views than them, which is dangerous. All the greats of history, have always had opposition. They've had to debate people with different views, and that's how you grow. That's what it's all about. It's about growing. So there's a lot of people in the world who think that they have all the answers, and those are pretty dangerous people, which means you're never going to be able to convince them that they're wrong. Cough, cough, pandemic believers, whatever. But it's like, if you don't try to understand other people's point of view, you're going to be a lost soul, and people are going to kind of not respect you as much, because if you can live with an open mind and see other perspectives, you're going to be valued more and cheered more, because at least you can listen and you can sit back and think, well, I thought this way at one point and now I don't know if that's true anymore. People's egos are too high. I mean, I used to have a very different opinion of birth control, for example, which we'll do in the future video in the future. Like I used to be like all pro birth control, but now I'm seeing a lot of science studies that's pointing out all the negative things that it does to women. So this is just an example of things that I changed my mind on. But a lot of people are afraid to be challenged, and they're afraid to have their thoughts be conflicted by in person. So if you disagree with someone, a lot of times they'll be afraid to converse with you. Then they'll be like, oh, they'll start hating on you, and or cut you off, or they'll get into a temper tantrum, and they won't deal with you like that.
Yeah, with that, that's why we like to do the podcast and stuff. We like to try to get other people on that have, I wouldn't say conflicting views, but views that are a little bit different than ours, that we can have a nice conversation. And that's usually not around nowadays, because a lot of people have become too emotional and do not want to debate, or do not want to try to figure out who is right and who is wrong. They'd rather just say, I'm right, you're wrong, and there's no discussion. People just get a little too over the top about that, but there is no need for it. You can just have a conversation and figure out what the truth really is, because it's always somewhere in the middle, and you can always learn something from doing this. They say you can learn something every day, but if you don't let yourself be debated or debate somebody on a specific topic, you might not learn something. And that could be a way that you might learn something, that one day or every day, if you debate somebody. And I'm not saying to debate people just to debate, but to debate people where they have a specific view and you might have a conflicting view, and you just say, hey, I don't fully agree, but let's have our conversation. I want to know why you think this way, and I'm going to tell you why I think this way, and we can see where we can be in the middle and see what actually could be the real thing. Some people just can't do that anymore, but we promote doing that. And I know Patrick Bet David definitely does too, because he's had a lot of crazy people on his podcast, and they've had a lot of crazy conversations. And so I feel like that is something that's really missing nowadays, and it's something that we really need to bring back into the fold and have actual real life logical debates on certain things.
Yeah,
The presidential debates too are a real suspect of that stuff. Like, they don't do that whatsoever. They do not actually debate things. They just start yelling and screaming and doing weird shit on TV, like just for the views. It's not even like a real debate like it used to be. They used to have real actual debates, but now they don't.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind being wrong. I mean, come here and maybe I have an opinion that might not be the best and may need some changing. Come here, school me, teach me a few things so I can learn, which is why we subscribe to this logo right there, because we want to always be evolving, and you can't evolve and always stay the same. It just doesn't work like that. You get older, you evolve, you learn new things, and that's why we promote critical thinking, and we promote people opening up and hearing different points of view, and maybe, you can have your mind shown the light. You can change your opinion about certain things. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm okay with that. A lot of things I know I'm right about, people are wrong, but that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. But, you have to be willing to be challenged. And if you do get challenged, you need to be able to handle that rationally and not try to just hit someone in the face if they call your bullshit out. So, be very open-minded in this life, because if you're not, there may be severe consequences. So if you guys like this content, make sure you comment your thoughts on this topic below. Let us know what you think and how do you become open-minded. Let us know in the comments, and also make sure you hit the like button on the channel and on the video, and subscribe to the channel if you've not already. You could donate to the Cash App, link in the description below. Funds go towards the channel, and we put a lot of effort into the channel. So with that said, we're going to see you guys in the next video.